Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for yet another session of UPSA Alumni Industry Readiness Series from United Pakistani Student and Alumni Association in an effort to connect alumni with our students and Pakistani professional and alumni with our student for career development sessions. Our National Executive Board member, Suhaib Bhai, working with tech team. He was very kind to connect us with today's speaker, Haris Iftikhar. I'll pass it on to Suhaib Bhai to introduce the speaker formally and welcome everyone and get started with the session. Over to you, Suhaib Bhai.
Thank you, Safdar. So I want to take the time to introduce our alumni speaker, Haris. He's from Lahore, Pakistan, and he has done a bachelor's in software engineering from Punjab University, and he's going to be pursuing. Currently, He's pursuing a Master's of Computer Science degree from Georgia Tech. He also works as a software engineer for Charles Schwab in Austin, and he is the founder for the org codecrusher.co, and he has a great YouTube channel called Coding Cleverly, which gives you really great insights about the tech industry and different type of tips to enhance your skill set in this industry. Now I'm gonna give the floor to Haris Bhai to introduce himself.
Thank you, Sohaib Bhai, for a great introduction. I hope everyone can hear me clear and loud. So, it's interesting because I was traveling from Tyler, Texas today in the morning, and so we did Fajr over there in that mosque, and then we drove for 4 hours and just reached like 30 minutes before. So I got ready and just edited the slides, but my name is Haris Iftikhar. I'm from Lahore, Pakistan. I can say I'm a proud Lahore Qalandar supporter in PSL, and I, you know, I really like networking and connecting with people in different kinds of fields, especially in USA here. And I have three younger siblings. I'm the eldest in my family, and I studied from PUCIT, Punjab University, which is really a very famous one in the heart of Lahore, in Anarkali. That's the old campus, and the new campus is called the Qaid-e-Azam campus, and that was near my house. So I did my 4-year bachelor's in software engineering there, and then after that, I started a freelance work which was called codecrusher.co, which you can see in the slides. It's kind of like something that I just wanted to do before doing a job, and I continue to do that. We sell software services, and I have friends who work with me. They're from Pakistan, and one person who's the backbone is Mansoor. So I'd like to say his name. He's a good full stack developer. And also, after my bachelor's, I came to the US. I applied for jobs, and I got selected by FDM Group, which was through Handshake. So one website that I recommend, how I got my job was Handshake. I used LinkedIn, I used Indeed, I used so many websites to apply for US-based jobs because that's what I was targeting. I was also doing interviews in local Pakistani companies as well. And my intention wasn't to work for the company, but just to get an idea of how technical interviews work and how behavioral work, and that really gave me practice to pass my online-based interviews with U.S.-based companies. So after applying to more than 500 rejections, I got more than 500. I can easily say that. I got one offer from FDM Group, and when I got it, I decided to travel last year in March 24th, 2024. I was in New Jersey that time, and so uh, I started doing training. I refreshed my knowledge in Java, Spring Boot, concepts like that, SQL databases. And then when I got my interview with Charles Schwab, I didn't know about this company at all. So I, I was very, it just looked like something familiar, but I haven't seen something like that. And so when they did my interviews, they liked me. And they were not that technical, but it's just the confidence I feel like it also matters in an interview. So when I presented myself and told my story and told about my, struggle and also about my YouTube channel, they liked that, which I feel like was a plus point because they know like I like teaching programming on my YouTube channel. Um, and so when they selected after the two interviews, I actually got accepted by three. Uh, so actually, I got selected by three different locations in Charles Schwab because they all wanted me, but I had to choose from the one. So it was either Dallas, Texas, it was Austin, Texas, or it was Phoenix, Arizona. So I remember that day I called my family, and they were very happy. My dad and my mom, and so I asked my brothers like, where should I go? I don't know any of the three. I never went anywhere. So we did a eeny, meeny, miny, mo. But we also did some research and saw that Austin was really good in terms of style of living and also like the company. They have good companies, tech companies, and jobs. So I chose Austin, and in the name of Allah, I trusted everything, and I traveled alone. And for 1 year now, I've been in this company with Charles Schwab, and I'm working more in the Kubernetes side, Terraform, Docker, but I also work in Python. So I know that it's a different, it's different from how other traditional companies work because it's more of banking and financial, and so it's an experience that is something that I'm happy to do, and right now I'm very fortunate and you know humbled to be a speaker, and just tell my journey. I remember 5 years ago I was in the same page, and I wanted to work in big companies. I wanted to do something for my family, and I'm here to help as much as I could, and I feel like there's always room for improvement for me as well.
This is a really wonderful story, mashallah. I'm glad that you picked Austin, Texas out of luck.
Yeah.
It's a great tech city. So without let's get started with asking some questions. So the tech industry has changed over the next couple of years now that AI has been introduced. Due to the introduction of AI, many computer science students and working professionals are probably wondering that entry-level software engineering roles are going to be replaced with senior engineers. That means that by the time you graduate with a computer science degree, you need to probably be as skillful as a senior software engineer or like a mid-level software engineer. So my question is that how can computer science students prepare themselves to enhance their skill set to something beyond their coursework in order to get a job after they graduate?
Yeah, that's a really nice question, and I know how the landscape of teaching and also learning has changed. Uh, and I would like to just share my screen as well, so I can show a flow to the attendees of how like normally I work. So I hope I can everyone can see my screen. One thing what I feel like is very important in today's world of technology is using AI, artificial intelligence, and I think without this, we're going to be far behind. So every student, whether you're in college, you're in your first semester, or even you're in school, you should start learning AI and learn how to use it to be more productive, faster, and learn through it. It's kind of like a teacher. We're going to use some of the models. My personal favorites are ChatGPT, of course, Gemini, and Claude. So I'm just gonna open up some of their windows here. Cloud I like personally for coding, um, and Gemini knows a lot about the internet, so it's pretty useful. And I normally use it when ChatGPT tokens are finished, the free ones. So uh, these are amazing tools to use and leverage in any kind of field, not just technology. So in terms of, let's say, the topic of our session, which is more of resume building and how we can use AI to apply for jobs and also leverage it in software development and engineering, I'll go with a flow where, let's say, if a complete beginner just knows not that much about programming or computer science in general and just wants to start out learning coding or anything like that. 5 years ago, it was a different page. 5 years ago, if I wanted to learn programming, I had to go to google.com. Okay? And then on google.com, so let's just go to the actual homepage. This is like the old way. There was no AI at that time. And I had to just say free or coding course. And I suppose I wanted to learn Python. Okay? And I just typed Python. Free coding course Python, or I would normally use the best word at the beginning. So best free coding course Python. And then I used to search, and I would have prior no knowledge of anything. And I would maybe ask someone, a friend or someone, which course they took. And I know Mosh was one guy that I used in the beginning. So I watched YouTube. So I normally would go to watch a YouTube video.
Spectrum Mobile helps
like this one. And
stay connected, because when I'm on the road, we can't go to bed without.
As also the audio, can you hear the audio of the video as well?
Seeing each other's face.
Welcome to the complete Python.
No, I cannot hear the audio.
Okay, let me see if I can do that. Settings. More. I mean, that setting is going to be somewhere over here. Video and effects. I don't know. So if there's an option, okay. Someone said like you can reshare your screen. I can try once. If it doesn't work, it doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. So let me reshare my screen.
Mastery course. In this course, you're going to learn everything about Python.
So I'll just brief it. I know maybe the audio isn't working. So it's kind of like, this is a very brilliant course, and I would recommend this. As a complete junior who does not know any coding, Mosh is really good, and I started out with Mosh myself. And so you would watch a 2-hour video, okay, back in 5 years ago. And normally I would pause, I would write some notes down, I would follow their instruction, maybe download a compiler or an interpreter, I would download Python on my computer, I would check if it's in my command prompt, and after when it's running, then I would start using Python and writing some basic hello world programs and stuff like that. So then, I would just keep learning and keep learning and keep learning, making small projects, but not putting anywhere, not showing anyone what I'm doing. One tip I have advice is that make a GitHub profile. If you're a developer, go to github.com and whatever projects you create, put them over here. So this is my GitHub profile. Now, the reason why I have more than 226 repositories here, that means 200 plus projects. It can tell recruiters or people that I love what I do. I like making stuff, and personally. And then since I have a YouTube channel, then I have followers. Like, people follow my page and just like seeing the work that I do. Make a profile here. When you make a project, suppose Coding with Mosh creates a very nice program at the end or something. Try to put that on GitHub and say Python fundamentals as a repository. And then all the courses that you took. That's one project, repo. One day after, when you're done with the fundamentals, create a game, create an app, create something like that where people can use on their phones, and then publish it online for free. Now, I have a couple of websites that one tip I would give: create a GitHub profile and put your projects there continuously. You can see how old my GitHub profile is. It's from 2020. I started when that time. Well, that was during my first semester or something. And now you can see the performance here is like a lot. You can see how much work I was doing during my college, and people can track that. So that's very essential if you don't have one. Second, create a personal portfolio, a website. So this is one of my websites. It's live. I can also share these in the chat if those who want to see them. Let me see. I'll put this in the chat so everyone can see it. Create profiles on different, now this is built using Next.js, and I use templates. It's not like very difficult. If someone doesn't know, use AI to build your website, okay? And then just put it online. This is for free. I used Vercel. Vercel is, you don't have to pay 1 cent, and you can have this live, and people can see, okay, this guy loves to freelance, okay? He's a front-end developer. Who knows, someone can just contact you by just visiting your website. And a recruiter might see, okay, there's a resume link right here. Click on it, and then you can see a resume of my information, my phone number, and then they can reach out. One great way to create a personal branding is build a website. And building a website is not a difficult task. Anyone can do that. Another way I feel like is very important is LinkedIn. If you don't have a LinkedIn profile, you're missing out, and you're kind of like living under a rock, I would say. Especially here. Now is very, very important. So I created this LinkedIn profile back in 2020 as well. I didn't know, honestly, I didn't know anything besides Facebook or Instagram. But I just created a LinkedIn, and I don't know if you can see when it was created, but it stayed like that. And I just kept making updates to it. I added certifications. I just kept making it look better and better. And obviously, every day you see people with great LinkedIn profiles. It's not my mind. I mean, my profile might not be the best one, but there are people who I look at and then I get inspired, and I can use some of that. Okay, well, he added some honors and rewards section with completing Hacktoberfest or something. Or he put his courses from his university. Or he wrote a publication about what is JavaScript on Medium, and he just uploaded that on LinkedIn. These stuff, very, very small stuff, might look small, but when they're all used in the right way, it really matters. And I get reached out a lot. I get a lot of times you might feel like they're just contacting for contract work or stuff like that, but at least you're getting attention. And it's one way to get free advertisement without applying anywhere. Companies can call you directly. And I have experience with my LinkedIn. I got reached out by Meta. I got reached out by Capital One. I got reached out by Amazon, 3 companies. Although the story of not, going forward is another story, but I'm telling you that without applying, people can reach out, and they're using LinkedIn very, crucially. Okay, so after that, with all these out of the way, so if Saptarbhai, if you want, you can like put notes down or something at the end that people can just have like a gist of what all the stuff was.
I think it would be a good idea to work a little with you to compile some of these resources in a document and share it with the students, because I'm so fascinated by all these ideas and things, and I'm like, oh wow. So we need to compile these together, inshallah, and we will share it with the student community, inshallah.
Inshallah. Okay, so other than that, I feel like with all these out of the way, you're a student and you just build a website, okay? But people might ask, well, I don't know what to write there. I don't have anything, right? I didn't do anything. Then create a project. Put that project online, and then put it over here like a showpiece. It's kind of like you might just start out from complete scratch and say, hey, I build websites. I might not have 5 years of experience, but I made 200 projects. Okay, I have a Fiverr, Upwork profile. Okay, freelancing I do, and that's very important, especially for college students to gain experience. When I was not getting my job, I was just doing freelancing. And that was just giving me experience in now dealing with clients, learn how to build apps, and that's part of the work I do. So it gave me great experience in just freelancing all the time. So let's go ahead over here and let's say we're in now these AI era, and we say, okay, let's go ahead and apply for, let's suppose, a job. And those of you who are based in USA or in Canada or anyone who have access to Handshake, I would highly recommend creating a profile there as well. So suppose we log in to any job website, Indeed or anything. Like, I'm just gonna log in over here. So I think I'm gonna have to, let's see. Yeah, so let's see if they allow me to log in. Yeah. Okay, I'll try to do it quick. If there's anything that you want me to cover within the 20 minutes, you can mention in the chat so I can do that, which is more important. But over here, let me give you a workflow. Okay, suppose you have a Handshake profile or anything. You go to jobs right here. And I'll also do it the same over here in LinkedIn. Let's go to jobs here. Now over here, let's suppose I see a very nice job here as a cloud software engineer, and this is for very young people. What's the reason difference between LinkedIn and others? Now LinkedIn might open for everyone who have 10 years, 15 years of experience, and who have, and the application might be a little difficult process. Here I would go, okay, let's suppose I wouldn't pick senior lead software engineer at all if you're just starting out. So just look for something that's like very low level. And over here, cloud software engineer is very low level. If you look at the salary, 15 to 20, this is something you might get chance in, right? So apply for here and see if I have a resume. It's linked here. You can see my resume. This is how my resume works. And every single month, I change my resume. This is one important thing that I recommend all people doing, is that change your resume every single month. And if it's not working out, lower it. Now, one advice that one friend gave me is put it in one single page instead of 3 different pages. Now, I have a lot of things to tell, right? But I'm going to hopefully maybe submit it down. And I have multiple versions. One might be a long version with 3 pages. One might be 1 page. Wherever there is a requirement, wait, I need only a 1-page resume, I'll send that one. Okay? So have multiple in your Google Doc. We submit the application, and that's it. It's pretty simple here, very simple and easy. Based on location, you can check where you want the job, Austin, Texas, full-time or whatever, and then you can also filter here. General Motors needs an early career software engineer. You apply externally. It's not through Handshake. So over here, you go and apply manually. And this process is very tedious. I don't like this workday. Pretty slow. I've done these like thousands of them. But over here we create a new password. So let's suppose we go from scratch. I know these are very long to do. And there's a lot of AI apps that are now used to like manually apply or automatically apply. But let's go ahead and say to AI here. So I'm going to use one account. Okay, I have to log in. So this is the Workday one, which is the General Motors software engineer position. And okay, so I forgot my... Okay, you may have entered the wrong email address, password may be low. Forgot your password. Alright, so I'm gonna go here.
Paras Bhai,
Yeah.
it's this is all great. I just want to conserve a little bit of time right now and to answer the questions on the chat.
Okay.
Yeah, since the session is it. Yeah.
Okay. We have some questions. So Sohaib Han, can you demonstrate how AI can be used to match your resume to a job description? Yeah. Let me just cover that. So suppose you have a resume, okay, like this one I have right here. Now I give this to the AI. Suppose copy and go here, and I'm just going to use another instance of ChatGPT, and I say, okay, upload this resume. Okay. Here's my resume. I want you to change it in a way that would be 100%. Okay, I'll just. So let's see over here. 100% suitable to match the following job. And then what I would do is I would copy paste the entire job description. So let's suppose that one was here in Workday. So we have, you see this job description? Every job would have one. So just copy all of this, and it's long, right? Very long. Copy it, and then paste it right here. And it would use my resume. And then here is a fully rewritten GM optimized version of your resume tailored exactly to the role you provided. Now you can see over here, it's rewriting all of my details. It knows my details actually. And look at that. It changed up the programming languages. It changed the keywords so that it's going to be used automatically. And what I can do is I can go to Google Docs, docs.google.com, and just prepare a PDF of this one, right? This is all there. Or I'll say, hey, generate me a PDF of it, okay? And it's just going to create the PDF version of it. I can also just copy all of this, and I'm just going to create a blank new doc, and I'm just going to paste it like here. Obviously, the formatting isn't better, but you can just say to the AI, improve the formatting, make the formatting as similar as how the old resume looked like. And then once it is, you will get that resume. Basically, suppose it's something similar like this. You download it, download as a PDF, save it in your computer, and just submit this as the one for Workday, which will give you higher chances. Was that much effort? Not effort at all. Like very simple. Just notice we have 10 minutes left. Can we use the open job internship function on LinkedIn? Does that work? Open job. Yeah, I think you're talking about open to work. Is that correct? If you're looking for that, that badge that people normally have, I never use that badge honestly. But I think you can. It works to people. My experience, what I used to do was I used to get the top-rated programmer badge on LinkedIn. How I used to get that? I used to publish some material on LinkedIn, and there were times that I had a top programming voice, top software engineering voice badge on my LinkedIn, and it really gave a very nice impression. So maybe open to work is also great. I've seen people have open to hire as well. That's also good. Okay, so let's go back to the other questions. What is your main focus in your career right now? Upskilling in a specific area, preparing for new job opportunities, or working on things like lead code or projects? I think a lot of this is I'm trying to do side by side. As a growing software engineer, as a growing person, I think there's no day that you don't learn. You learn every single day. So you'll learn new things, you'll make mistakes, and you will keep improving from there. So I'm when I need lead code, I will go back to it. Okay. And the reason why I talk about lead code is that I have a YouTube channel, and I created a series on lead code as well when I was learning it. The way, my approach of learning is also when I learn a concept, I try to teach it, and in a way, when I teach it, I kind of solidify my concepts even more deeply. So talking about lead code, we have a series. So if we go to the playlists, and there's a lead code easy problems, and there's a couple of them. I wouldn't recommend solving every one. So this series is going to help everyone out for simple ones, simple questions. But if you want to master lead code, don't go for every. That's not my recommendation. Go to needcode.io, blind 75, just the top 75 questions for lead code, and just solve those. Hopefully, don't cram anything. Just understand the patterns, and everything is just repeated. Preparing for new job opportunities. Yes, I'm still open. You should be always open. It's not like when you're working and then that's your end of story. You shouldn't do anything else. I'm still open, and everyone should be. Sohaib bhai should be. Safdar bhai should be. When we're working, we should keep applying for better jobs. Keep improving ourselves, right? Open up side businesses and stuff like that. So I just love doing things during my free time. And I also like making live stream videos on my YouTube channel. So I normally on a weekend or something, I would have a podcast, or I would have a live stream coding some project using AI, and it's helped me. What I used to take weeks, I can do in 2-3 hours. So you can see the link of templates. That's great. Sohaib sent in LaTeX, and you can
Yeah, just one thing, Harish bhai. I mean, all the really nice resources you have shared with all of us. I think if we can work a little on putting these resources into a document form, something that we can share with the students, that would be very kind.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
And I feel like we need to. Since the things that you are covering are so broad, I feel like it would be a good idea to get more and more deeper into such discussions in future sessions as well. Like we can keep a session specifically for how to tailor your resume for a specific job session, targeting all of these area in more details.
Yeah, absolutely. Depending on the audience, if they need anything, you can reach out to me through my website, and also LinkedIn. I would say that's the best way to reach out. So you can follow, support, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yeah.
Absolutely.